HOA tried claiming our family farm. She didn't expect a lawsuit that made headlines. The sun hung low over the rolling hills of our family's farm, its golden light glinting off the wheat fields that had been ours for 3 generations. This land wasn't just dirt. It was our blood, our sweat, our legacy. My father, Henry, had weathered every storm, droughts, debts, and the ache of loss when Mom passed. My brother, Sam, and I grew up here, learning to love the rhythm of the seasons. But nothing prepared us for Karen Whitaker, the woman who'd storm into our lives like a tornado, threatening to rip it all away. Karen arrived last spring, representing the new Homeowners Association, HOA, that had sprung up with the suburban sprawl creeping toward our rural haven. She was all sharp suits and sharper smiles, her voice dripping with condescension as she handed us a letter. The HOA claimed our farm violated community standards and demanded we sell or face legal action. "This eyesore doesn't belong here," she said, eyeing our weathered barn like it was trash. Dad's hands trembled as he read the letter, but his voice was steel. "This land's ours. You'll have to bury me to take it." The fight began quietly: letters, petitions, sleepless nights. Sam, usually so reserved, pored over legal documents, his eyes bloodshot but determined. Ellie, took to the community, rallying neighbors who'd known us for decades. But Karen was relentless, wielding the HOA's deep pockets like a weapon. She claimed our farm's unmaintained state devalued her precious gated community. We knew the truth. Developers wanted our land for luxury condos, and Karen was their polished pawn. Tensions boiled over at the town hall meeting. Karen stood at the podium, her voice cutting through the murmurs. "This farm is a blight," she declared, pointing at us like we were criminals. The room erupted, neighbors shouting in our defense, others nodding with Karen's polished lies. Sam stood, his quiet strength silencing the crowd. "This land fed your families when times were tough," he said. "You'd sell our history for a golf course?" The room split, loyalties fraying. I saw Mrs. Carter, our old neighbor, in the back, her face unreadable. She'd always brought us pies, but now she avoided my eyes. The twist came when Mrs. Carter, of all people, stepped into the fray. We thought she was just a sweet widow, but she revealed she'd been a lawyer before retiring. At our lowest, when Karen's lawyers buried us in motions, Mrs. Carter dusted off her briefcase. "I've seen vultures like her before," she said, her voice sharp with purpose. She uncovered a bombshell. The HOA's claim hinged on a forged deed, a shady deal between Karen and a developer friend. The revelation turned the tide, and we sued not just to save our farm, but to expose their greed. The courtroom was a pressure cooker. Karen sat across from us, her composure cracking as Mrs. Carter presented the forged documents. Dad's hands, calloused from years of plowing, gripped mine. Sam stared straight ahead, his jaw tight. The judge's gavel fell like thunder. The HOA's claim was dismissed, and Karen faced fraud charges. Headlines screamed, "Small farm defeats corporate greed." We won, but victory tasted bitter. The fight had drained Dad's savings, and the community was fractured. Neighbors who'd sided with Karen now shunned us. The final blow came months later. Dad, worn thin by stress, suffered a heart attack. He survived, but the farm was too much for him now. Sam and I made the gut-wrenching choice to sell part of the land not to developers, but to a young couple who promised to keep it alive. As we signed the papers, I saw Karen's face in my mind, her smug smile haunting me. She'd lost, but so had we. Our home was still ours, but it felt smaller, scarred. Standing on the porch that last evening, the wheat fields glowing under a bruised sky, I wondered if justice was worth this cost. We'd fought for what was right, but the cracks in our community, in Dad's health, in our spirit lingered. Mrs. Carter's courage had saved us, but even her light couldn't heal everything. The land was ours, but the fight had taken pieces we'd never get back. What would you have done? Fought for principle or let go for peace? Share your thoughts on where justice lies in a battle like ours.